Good morning, this is Robert Forsch with the YouTube channel Truth. Got the numbers here for you of the tidal activity, and this is for the day. We won't see a 0% moonrise at 7:10. That's not even possible. Where is the moon anyway? How would you like to add some support to my channel and my effort to get the truth out, and hashtag my name, Robert Forsch, and YouTube Truth. You could call me anytime you like. It's my anytime number. You can use Facebook Messenger if you prefer. My Skype handle is YouTube Truth as well. I've got plenty of stickers, thousands of them. If you want, you can go ahead and send me a self-addressed stamped envelope. Call me for the details on that. Care to. The other thing is that, for example, you can go ahead and open up your phone, take a picture right now of this, if you care to. So what I'm endeavoring to do is expose the reality of the world that we live in to largely a world that seems mostly disinterested, distracted, and deceived. Many of us go through stages with this. What does it look like? Oh wow, I can't believe they're lying about all of that stuff. Even the simple reflections of that truck's headlights on the beach down here, those are all clues. That's why I show the reflections, urban reflections of roadways and that. Somebody comes on out here and they'll see my chair on the beach. That sticker has endured a half a dozen or so washings on that shirt. So when I go out and about, people see the truth or the Truthmobile. Some of them can find my channel, some of them struggle with that a bit. However, digitally, the sticker or that information can be shared virtually at no cost to you, other than whatever your data plan is or whatever like that. So what I'm endeavoring to do is to compile evidence to show the reality of the world that we live in. The people that are coming out to enjoy it, doesn't look like we're going to see much of the sun for a while. I'm going to walk us around to the other side of the pier and show you what that looks like and talk about it. I'll be walking and talking. Did a video yesterday I just called Truth, and I didn't say anything. I wanted you to look at the people out here enjoying the world, this area of it. There'll be a different crowd out on the beach this time of the day, obviously, than later on. More of a party crowd later. Some of this might be a party crowd that got up early, you never know. But when I zoom in, it's interesting the different lives that we see. Sometimes earlier in the morning like this, the focus is a little tough. So we'll see the stages of life, shattered lives, new as in new lives together, new relationships. We've got a tidal pool here that was made with a bulldozer. Yeah, the water isn't looking real pretty right now. It needs more circulation. It's a little more stagnant, but the water is one of the big clues that we see in the world. Good morning. Water doesn't conform to the external shape of an object like a beach ball, a tennis ball, none of that. And that's one of the reasons why I talk about it. That's just the reality of the world that we live in. Show you the beach services. He's coming to go ahead and do a raking of the sand. I meet these gentlemen, they do a great job. Really appreciate that. It's a Barber surf rake he's using, picking up the trash and that. That's part of the reality of the world that we live in. So the sound is a little bit different. That's just some sea foam floating around in there. That's what that is. This is a sea level liquid mirror. The hydrostatic pressure of the ocean pushing in through the sand is why this hole is filled with water. It's just the reality of it. And so, based on my video yesterday that I watched this morning, the sun will be coming up in the picture there, or coming towards us from this vantage point over the stationary Earth. Now, many of us have gone through stages of, I know I have, I'll talk about mine, disbelief, that I was just shocked to find out that we were lied to even about the shape of the Earth. I understood that the whole Santa deception, that was a lie. I found that out, obviously, and most of us did. You know, it's interesting, and the other day I was talking to a group of some pretty hip people, but they had young children. I don't know if they told them yet that whole Santa Claus thing is a lie. That was part of the indoctrination of learning to trust people in authority, and when presented an unquestionable reality that most of us were, we believed it. I know I did. So I'm just going to take a simple little shell here, and that's my friend Linda over there. Let's zoom in on Linda. And what I'm going to show you is what happens with the ripples in the water. Well, before I do that, there was Linda. You can see the top of her head there. I should have. You could probably see her earlier in the reflection, but. The symmetry is perfect. There will be other people walking on through. And I'll just toss this shell out there and we'll watch what happens to the water. What happens to the reflections. So we can see when there's disturbance in the water, and then it just goes away. Water is a natural level. even when large structures are built that are thousands of feet tall, or approaching a couple thousand feet. I believe the Petronas Towers are the tallest in the world. They'll use a liquid level to calibrate. Now, in the distance, I can see people jogging towards us. So we've got the joggers and the seashell and shark teeth hunters, treasure hunters. A lot of diffused light right now all over the place. I'll just try and gently swing my camera around here and show you a little bit from this direction. Now, as you remember earlier in the video, this couple walking towards us look like in their 20s. We profile. It's just what we do. We profile individuals. We want to see, are they a threat? Sometimes people are threatening. A couple with a baby stroller isn't typically going to be recognized as a threat. However, if they're heroin addicts, could possibly be. Maybe they've got a fake baby in the stroller. Who knows? We don't know. And by irony and paradox, we don't know what we don't know. What I found out is much of the world that we're looking at has been satiated or saturated with deception. It's all around us. So how will you recognize the truth when it's right in front of you? How will you see that? That's what I asked Logan Paul. I said, what are you going to do when the truth is right in front of you? At that time, he had one of my earlier stickers. Now I've got this, this sticker right here. A little bit more data intense. Now I can see the sun. I'm going to show you. Wow. There it is. It's moving towards us on the stationary Earth. The globe deception isn't biblical, and it certainly isn't reality. There are some people all hating on the Bible, and I'm telling you, from where I see things, the Bible is true. It's the most dependable reality or document and proclamation telling me what needs to happen and what it looks like if it has or hasn't happened. And so there's a lot of mystery. What happened billions of years ago before I was around? I don't know. I don't know. So God is all-knowing and all-powerful, and He always was. I can't even get my head around that. It's just a level of acceptance that I have for that proclamation. So as powerful as artificial intelligence is, and as intimidating as the beast system is, all the militaries of the world being orchestrated by an architect of evil, that's pretty intimidating. Well, greater is He that's in me than he that's in the world, so I'm not even afraid. Not at all. So here we've got a little family. Look at that. Are they going to get vaccinated? Are the children going to be vaccinated? Are the parents going to be? I wouldn't let I don't want any more needles in me. I used to donate blood. I'm a little bit even nervous about that. I don't do it anymore. I give it all. I give all that I have to offer. On this, my producer, director, I believe, is the creator of this world that we live in. And what I'll do is give it all I've got. I'm all in on that. Rather than try and please others, which didn't work, and trying to please myself, which really didn't work, I'll just do my best to obey God with His supernatural empowering me. Yeah. So that family can't help but miss my chair there, right? I've got powerful documentaries. Are they going to be curious? Will they look into it? Will the joggers that ran by, will they look? So Job 37 talks about the sun being in the midst of the clouds. That's what I observe on many occasions. It's close, very close. So is the moon, apparently about the same size. Once I found out that NASA was obviously a deceptive organization, and so is Hollywood, that whole empire of programming. I used to live in California. I used to ride dirt bikes out there and street bikes and be in Hollywood. I've been out there. My brother plaster casted my face. I was his first one smiling. He had done many, many celebrities. I'm the only one that didn't look like a dead person. I was smiling with my teeth all smiling and happy. I was high as a kite. I had smoked some marijuana. Of course, that was like 35 years ago. I wasn't even born again then. My brother also did Robin Williams' face, plaster casted him. I was born again right shortly after Robin Williams apparently committed suicide. How about that? That was a catalyst for me to want to know what I had to look forward to, because I didn't want to live anymore, and I was afraid to commit suicide because I wasn't sure of my destination. You know, I thought I had been born again like 35 years earlier, until I actually was on Reformation Day of 2014. He changed me so sufficiently that even though I don't know a lot of the mysteries of this world, I know I'm not the guy that I used to be. That's what I do know. That's the reality of that. So in the quietness of my own thoughts, and I look at things that used to make me angry, and they don't anymore. Different things upset me. When we're looking at people that we're telling, like I've got family members that I'll say, you know, they're lying about the globe and a whole lot more, but the biggest thing you have to concern yourself with, are you truly born again? Because I'm not seeing the evidence of that. Ouch. That's probably about the most offensive thing anybody could say to another human being, especially when they believe they're born again. And I'm saying I just don't see the evidence of it. Remember, I'm the guy that keeps on saying I thought I was born again until I actually was. It was Reformation Day of 2014 when the blood-drinking, human-sacrificing Satanists celebrate a wicked, satanic holiday and sweeten up the deal with candy distribution, much like Santa Claus, Satan Claus, Santa lies, NASA lies. Lies, lies, and more lies. How about that? What are you going to do with that? When somebody has been found out to be a lying and deceiving individual, that's one thing. How about a system? How about the official system that's mandating vaccinations for children so they can be out in public in different areas of the world? Right in this country. What about that? Not taking it. Not taking vaccinations. Not taking the mark of the beast. Now I said this on, I'm going to bring this down a little bit. I've got to set my shot a little bit better. So, what will it profit a man if he gain the whole world and lose his soul? What can you give in exchange for your soul? It's priceless. Christ paid the price none of us could pay. If we could do this without his help, then we wouldn't need him. We wouldn't need a Savior. When the truth is self-evident to those of us that are now awake to it, I just look with wonder or disbelief when people will say I'm crazy or deceived, and yet they don't have any evidence of any of that. Like a diagnosis from a corrupt medical system that wanted to chemically castrate me, mentally, emotionally, functionally. It's what they do. That's what that system is about. It's about killing people's potential, rendering them virtually ineffective. Well, it was interesting. I saw his reflection walking on by. There will be more. So people searching, taking the selfies, doing the phone calls, doing the fishing, doing the photography. It's a symphony of humanity, and I've loved the ocean, water all my life. I started swimming really young. I've talked to those gentlemen there with the Beach Renourishment. They've been to my channel. Because of what I do, I've been, this set that I'm on, like if we were to look at it as a movie set, one of my friends said, like the Truman Show, kind of like, this production costs billions of dollars. It's the world system I'm showing you. It's a snapshot of it, or a little video of it here in the Myrtle Beach area. We're expecting 20 million guests here this year. So yesterday when I didn't comment and I just show people walking and searching and treasure hunting and all of that, we get the spring breakers, the newlyweds, the newly divorced, the newly widowed and widowers, the young families, people in all stages of life out here. Now, the sun is still there, I'm sure. We've got a lot of diffused light. It's much lighter up there. It's shooting over the top. It's small, local, and the earth is stationary. And that is whether you like it or not. It's really, I'm to the point now where I understand there's a lot of people that don't like this. That's just too bad for them. Good morning. So when I wanted to know the truth more than anything else, that's when I was able to actually find it as best I could tell, but it was a gift from God. He gave it to me. Now, He gave me a love for the truth and His Holy Spirit concurrently. Happened at the same time as best I can tell. Now, when I started the video about 20 some minutes ago, this water wasn't up this far. They brought in several feet of sand, elevation. there's talk about an ice wall that holds all the water in. Could be. I know that I've seen ice walls, icebergs. When Scripture says that there would be descendants, God's descendants, His children, as numerous as the sand of the seashore, that's a whole lot of people. Right now there's maybe 8 billion people or less in the world apparently. I don't know how many yards of sand it would take to have 8 billion grains of sand. I don't know. So to be clear, there is certainly mystery, especially with our history. So what are you going to do with that? What are you going to do? You can explore my content if you care to. I talk about a lot of things. If you happen along a video that doesn't have any talking and you like that better, maybe you want to put on something else to listen to. I don't know. Good morning. You know, I don't want what I'm saying to distract from the reality of the need to be born again. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 says, to everybody forever, they refuse to love the truth and so be saved. For this reason, God sends them a powerful delusion. How about that? So do you love the truth, really? Even when it's hard to look at? Thank you so much for your public and private encouragement. This is Robert Forsch with the YouTube channel Truth. Please hashtag my name. Send Google a powerful message.